Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Just got back from a week-long break, so it feels good to be back in this Tone Plays NetHack series. I believe this is episode 11, and last episode, I messed up Sokoban, and I'm looking for a pickaxe so I can go fix my mistake. And we also just killed some elves. I don't remember if we got sleep resistance. Um, and it was only a week ago, but I need to like refresh my memory here. So let's see what's in our inventory and just take stock, and then we'll continue on. We are playing a tourist. We've got a short sword. I picked up a backup so we can start two-weaponing if we want to. We got some of our +2 darts, but they are unfortunately rusty. Mithril coat was a nice find. So I think sleep resistance is still the only thing we've got, and we just got that from these elves, I believe. Just murdered. Some other miscellaneous items here. I think we've made a few little stashes. We're having some encumbrance issues, so that we probably have some more loot on the floors upstairs. So I think I need to sort through the inventory here. Okay, so this was an elf drop, this stuff. Faded Pall is an elven cloak. That's what the description always is for an elven cloak. It gives you stealth, which will be great in Sokoban, because there's a zoo on the top floor. And if you have stealth, you don't wake up everything at once. You can kind of just kill them one at a time and work your way to the prize. The riding boots are probably elven boots. Those are randomized appearances. But if elves are very likely to drop them, so it could be a random death drop, but those are very likely to be elven boots, which are also just boots that grant you stealth. The runed broadsword, interesting. Oh, it's a broadsword. I think I said the same thing last episode. Um, yeah, broadsword doesn't fall into the short sword weapon skill, so that doesn't help us. Those are decent weapons normally, though. Usually not worth raising the skill on that, but they can be nice. The shield? We could get our AC up a little bit with a shield, maybe. So a little decent amount of loot here. Let's see what else we got here. Another shield, elven leather helm. Cool. Do we have any altars nearby, or should I curse test all this with my pet? Ooh, what am I doing? Accidentally started typing things when I thought I had the having an extended command. You can make some dangerous mistakes like that. So there's an altar downstairs, so I might just bring all this stuff downstairs if I can. And is this the pickaxe? It is, so let's go grab that too. Let me check the level with telepathy. Oh, we're not even in the clear yet. An elf there, and a pit viper. Okay. My inventory has now shown up on the right size because it's because I put the blindfold on. I guess it counts as editing it. How was I dealing with these before? I think I was using the wands. I should probably continue to do that. Wonder how deep this corridor is. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I could safely, even if this corridor stops where that elf is, I could safely zap one of my wands at it. So I'm just gonna do that. I don't know if that elf has ranged attacks or wands. I feel like it could be kind of dangerous depending on what it has. It's really just not worth risking it. Low AC and low HP. So let's just get some value out of our wands here. I want to see if this wand of cold has more charges in it. Ah, see? The woodland elf has a wand of striking. Okay, so I'm already blind because I have my blindfold on. This one of cold has been zapped a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if it's out of charges, so I think I should zap this one of lightning. The downside to the one of lightning usually is that it blinds you. Another problem is it'll destroy the one of striking that the woodland elf is using, which I would kind of like. I should use the one of magic missile. Let's try that. Hopefully we can kill this pit viper too. I'm gonna use the one of lightning. Okay, so the woodland elf is dead. Got pit viper here. I could check it with my stethoscope. Oh, we didn't even hit it. Let's back up. I was hoping we would get a hit in with that wand and weaken it. The problem here is I'm blindfolded, so I can't engrave Eldrith if I wanted to use that as my escape. But I can just run downstairs, and I don't think the pit viper should follow. Look at that. Oh, poison. And another reason to be pretty scared of that. Oh, poison is always scary. We haven't fixed that yet. I wonder if pit vipers corpses grant poison resistance. Yeah, they have a 40% chance. So we'll have to figure out how we want to deal with them. Maybe hopefully get poison resistance from it. Hopefully our pets don't eat the corpse before we do. I guess they shouldn't because the corpse is poisonous too. Now I'm gonna take another hit when I go upstairs again. But hopefully I don't inside a poison. That would be unfortunate. And we just determined that this pyramidal amulet is not an amulet of protection versus poison. We should identify that or make a note about that so we know it's not reflection, sleeping, or poise res. But that. So we're slowly narrowing down what this thing might be. What else would we want from this? Changing would be okay. I don't know. Reflection's what we really want. we know it's not ESP. Oh, life saving could be nice. So we'll identify at some point. Alright, so let's rest here. Is there any threats I can find with telepathy on here? Doesn't look like it. Remove that blindfold. And let's just wait for 50 turns. Let's heal up a bit. I want to be really cautious around that poison attack of that pit viper. Checking the level again. The other monsters spawned. Cool, full health. So I'm gonna go upstairs and just try to engrave Elberth, I think. Have I not even engrave tested this wand? This forked wand I have? It looks like I haven't. Let's do that. Hey, it's a one of speed. Let's zap ourselves with that. That'll be really nice. Wonder how long I've been carrying that around. I probably just got it in Sokoban. Identified itself. Note that we've used 2 charges on that. Cool. So with engraving Elbereth, I can either do it unreliably with my fingertip, or I can use a wand, guarantee it. I have a couple of wands of digging here, so maybe I'll just engrave with one of those just to guarantee that this pit viper backs off. That's what we're gonna do here. Go back upstairs, we're gonna just have to tank a hit here. Not really another way around that unless we do some kind of level teleporting or something. Viper bites. Okay, well at least it didn't do much damage. Did I risk taking another attack from that? No, they're pretty fast too. So I'm gonna engrave with that wand of digging. Cool. I name this wand so we know that we've used it. Read Elbereth. Okay, so this Pit Viper can back up now. Katya picked up a Faded Paw, so we know that is not cursed. I'm gonna step off of Elbereth here and throw some darts at this Pit Viper. Had to get out of the way, please. Why they're not attacking it? I think Katya should. Keep repositioning. Oh, there we go. Katya is attacking it now. Step back onto the Elbereth tile. Let the Pit Viper flee again. Remember, again, we can't attack on... Well, we can attack on the Elbereth tile, but it will fade. And we'll get an alignment penalty. Down to about half health. I is gonna kill it. And, oh yeah, I don't think they're gonna eat its corpse because it's poisonous. Cool, Pit Viper corpse. Oh, do we have our tinning kit? We do, alright. So I will tin the corpse, which will remove the poisons from it. But if we eat this, it will still have a chance to give us poison resistance, which is really, in my mind, a priority thing to find early on. It'll save you from some annoying insta-deaths, and then it'll save you from poison attacks, which can cripple your strength and just do a lot of extra damage. You'll notice that first hit we took from that that Pit Viper before we went downstairs did a lot of damage to us. But when it wasn't hitting us with poison, it was like barely scratching us, so yeah, it can be poison can be pretty bad. I always try to get poison resistance as early as possible. Alright, let's see. On our blindfold, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat that tin now. I think if we wield a dagger, we'll open the tin faster. Try it. Maybe if we wield 3, we'll open it very fast. Nah, I don't think that's how it works. Let's see, eat a tin of Pit Viper meat. Using your 3 daggers named ammo, you try to open the tin. You succeed in opening the tin. It smells like Pit Vipers. Would you like to eat it? Yes. And no poison resistance still. Too bad. We'll keep trying. We're slightly on the unlucky side for our attempts to gain poison resistance. Alright, so let's curse test this stuff. Okay, let me go grab my darts. I wasn't paying attention. Did they step onto that pile? Okay, so nothing on this pile is cursed. I'm gonna take the broadsword just so monsters can't take it. Although I'm probably about to get encumbered, so maybe not just yet. Oh, and I didn't check the altar location while I was downstairs. But I can try these on right now. +0 leather hat. Is in an elven leather helm. We'll stick to the dwarvish one. The leather's nice because it won't get rusted, which can happen a lot in the early game. And also because it's elven, you can actually enchant it to +7 safely. You can't do with most armor in the game. So a lot of people do like those, and it's pretty light. Late game, it'll get burnt by fire traps, though. You'll lose a point of AC there. While your iron helms won't get burnt. I feel like you're less likely to lose AC from an iron helm in the late game than you are a leather helm, just from erosion or material damage there. Right. Got stepped here, so this is all uncursed. Get another rune dagger. Well, let's pick it all up. I think we're gonna get burdened though. Oh, not yet. Nice. Let's try on the shoes. Walk very quietly. So that means we just got stealth for putting this on, so we know it's elven boots. And actually the game knows and auto-identified it for us. Nice. I'm gonna put on the faded pall as well. Which again is just an elven cloak. And what that'll do is, it grants us stealth, which we now have from the boots. But it'll also give us MC1, magic cancellation 1. I'm not gonna get magic cancellation right now. But basically there's 3 tiers above like having none. You can have MC1, MC2, or MC3, with 3 being the best. And what that does is it makes it so monsters with special attacks, or I guess it would be attacks with special effects, which is stuff like that poison bite, poison counts. There's a few like weird cases. If you look it up on the NetHack wiki, you can see how that works. But it basically gives you resistance to that. There's a chance that the effects don't happen. It's pretty nice against certain attack types, like undead, like vampires that drain your levels. It can block that. And it's just a percentage chance. It's not, you don't get 100%, but it's pretty nice to have. Let's see, what do we have here? Crocodile. Throw our daggers at this thing. Forget how hard they hit. Back up, put our short sword back on. Give this thing a good stab. 5 HP left. Brock killed. What's our food situation looking like? Not great, actually. I think I'm gonna tin this. Well, actually, I should just eat it. I have a feeling it'll give me more nutrition if I just eat it straight up. Alright, cool. Just trying to keep our nutrition up. We don't go hungry here. And yeah, let's try on the rest of this inventory. The shield, +0, the faded pall. Look at that. We just went from 1 to -4 AC from putting all that on. Not bad. What do we have here? A Sasquatch. I don't know how this will be that problematic for us. Fortunately, we have an Elbereth tile right here, so if I just fight here and we think we're in trouble, we can just back off. Throw another dagger at this thing. 25 HP, it's down to 21. We hit the Sasquatch hits and it misses. Oh, it didn't really do any damage to us. Nice. Katya eats the Sasquatch corpse. Go for it, you earned it. A horse. So we can tame the horse with a... I guess we'd have to do it with a carrot. They make pretty good pets. They're fast and they grow up to war horses, which are quite strong. Do I want a tame horse? Not really. I also don't really want to fight this horse. I don't want to give up my carrot. I'm going to throw a fortune cookie at it. So if you throw like any food at a horse that's hostile, except for maybe an egg because it can splat, but almost like any kind of food, like you can throw a tin at it, which is kind of funny. It'll make it peaceful. I don't think they like fortune cookies, but I'm gonna just throw one of those. Fortune cookie misses the horse. But see, now it's peaceful, so I don't have to worry about it. Well, and there's nothing else in the level right now. I think the dog had picked up this faded paw. So let's try this one on. +0. A dagger. Let's curse test this leather hat and elven shield. Well, we've got pretty good inventory capacity right now. For some reason, I thought we were worse off, but I guess we ditched a lot of stuff we weren't using. The shield is not cursed. Again, we're just using our pets to curse test these. I'm avoiding that helm, so it's probably cursed, so I'm not gonna sit here and wait. Alright, move it, horse. Oh, the pets are attacking the horse. That horse might actually kill one of them. So yeah, let's grab this pickaxe. It has burdened us. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna walk burdened over to the stairs, and then I'm gonna drop. Oh, come on, Katya, leave the horse alone. I'm gonna drop all this stuff by the stairs. And that way it's just less likely that a monster can use all this sweet loot. Drop that dagger, all the broadswords. Leather hats. Secondary shields. And I'll drop this other faded paw for now. If you like to polypile, those count as magic armor, the elven cloaks, so they're great for polypiling. Maybe I'll hold on to that one and just keep it like in a stat. Oh, we'll leave it here. We can grab it later if we want. We'll be coming back to this floor, I'm sure. And I believe we are no longer burdened. We're unencumbered. Oh, did I drop a potion? What happened? I think I might have hit a weird button when I was managing my inventory there. Oh, we gotta go get Katya. Hang on. Where is that altar? It's over there on the left. I don't think it's worth walking all the way over there. I'm just gonna curse test this pickaxe. My pets. Cool, not curse. Hey! You stop. Katya is in the way. Katya picks up a pickaxe. Come on, Katya. Drop it. That's uncursed. You guys can come up one level in the Sokoban with me. Oh my god, I already had a pet horse? Pony. Forgot about that. About this one. Peaceful dog. An interesting quirk. I don't know if that dog was tame at one point. Glass. I get there. I wonder if someone killed a nymph that was out of line of sight. Oh, the horse probably picked it up and moved it. That would make sense. So if you spend time off of a floor while your tame pet is on that floor, and they lose tameness. They can become first peaceful and then hostile, actually. And if you return to a floor before it turns hostile, but like after it turned peaceful, and then leave the floor, then it'll just stay peaceful forever. It won't like eventually go hostile again. Just kind of an interesting quirk. You get like a really strong pet, but you need to ditch it for some reason. You don't want to turn hostile. You can try to abuse that. It's hard. It's probably hard to time like when it'll actually be peaceful. But you can like use that to make it just stay peaceful forever instead of like turning hostile at some point. You just got a bunch of stats here. This is cool. You feel strong. You must have been exercising diligently. You feel wise. You must have been very observant, and you feel agile. You must have been working on your reflexes. That's awesome. That happens in groups because the game checks all your stats at once every so many turns. There actually used to be an interesting exploit with that, where I don't remember the exact numbers, but basically it's like randomized every time it does a check when the next check occurs, and it's like 800 to like 1050 turns or something like that. But if you save and reopen, like it resets it to a certain amount. So on average, when you would if you knew you got the check just happened because your stats changed like that, you could save and reload, and then on average you would get more checks. Like a really minor like optimization. I don't know if anyone actually ever exploited that. I think I might have seen Toriru do that once. I saw them save and reload on turn 601 before, and the first check always occurs on turn 600. I wonder if they were actually trying to exploit that. It could be beneficial if your strength is low. But they actually fixed that in NetHack probably 361. I don't know when they changed it, so it doesn't actually reset it when you reload anymore, I don't think. So I don't think you can do that exploit anymore. But that was a neat little quirk. So a little bit of NetHack history for you there. I don't know if I might have abused it. Finger quoting over here, like once or twice. But yeah, the advantage was slim, but there was a slight optimization. You were playing a hypothetically optimal game that you could have made there. But yeah, let's continue upstairs here. I'm gonna leave my pets down here just because they're kind of annoying. And if you remember, I screwed this up. Ooh, a centipede. I think those can give us poison resistance. I'll have to double check that when we get to it. So there was a boulder here, and I pushed it down here and up for some reason when I wanted to push it here. So now I've clogged this area and I can't really do anything about it. So I'm gonna break one of these boulders with a pickaxe, and that should help us get through, and then we should have extra boulders when we're done. I'll have to be careful with the last couple on this puzzle, just to make sure there's one that's always going to be like available for me to push, because if you push like boulders like next to each other in corners and stuff, you'll like get them stuck. And we're gonna get a -1 luck penalty from breaking a boulder here. Sokoban doesn't like you cheating with its puzzle. I assume I'm at 0 luck right now. I don't think I've done anything to raise my luck. And how luck timeout works is every 600 turns it checks, and it'll, unless you have like a luck stone or a luck item, it'll basically pull your luck 1 closer to 0. If you have negative luck, it'll raise it by 1. If you have positive luck, it'll reduce it by 1 every 600 turns. And that's constant just from turn 0. So turn 600, 1200, 1800, it's checking. So sometimes you might lose luck for like 1 turn if it just, you know, happened to be on one of those intervals. So I guess 12,000 would be one of those checks. What's the next one for us here? It'd be 10,800. So we're actually really close to one of those checks. So if I go and break this boulder, we'll basically have, what, 159 turns of -1 luck. So that's really not a big deal at all. We just have to be aware that our luck is negative, in case we find like a wand of wishing, which does have like a. It's not a good chance of spawning in Sokoban, but Sokoban is one of the more likely places to find one, just because there's wands generated here. And luck like messes with your to hit and everything, so it's just not great to have in general. But yeah, this is actually a pretty good time to do this because we're gonna lose it at turn 10,800 anyways. I'm gonna break this boulder over here. I think that's what's gonna help us the most. If I broke this one, I could just push this one over anyways, which is what I would probably end up doing. So let's apply our pickaxe. Start hitting the boulder. You hit the boulder with all your might. The boulder falls apart. Cool. Let me go and wield my short sword again. See here, 56 rocks. Once were a boulder. I can get around here. Push this. Oh, did I mess something else up here? Oh no. What's going on here? Maybe I should have used the other boulder. See, now if I push this down, I push this thing here? And I really screwed this up, didn't I? So if I push this down here, I'm gonna get these two boulders stuck, which won't be good. What I want to do is push this down so I can push this boulder to the right. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I should have. After saying that I didn't need to break this boulder, I should have broke this boulder right here, and then gone and pushed this boulder down, and then pushed this over, and yeah, or then pushed the other one over, and then walked around like I am now. Oh, that's unfortunate. So I probably need to break two boulders now. A quick look at this. Is there a better way to go about this? I don't think there is. If I break two boulders, I'm gonna have to be really careful at the end because we're like depleting our boulder resources, and my luck's gonna be negative for longer. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I don't see another way around that. Come on, Tone. Alright, well, let's go ahead. This is here. So my daggers, yeah, there's some monster I was killing before. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this boulder. So now we're at -2 luck until turn 10,800. Then we'll be at -1 luck until turn 11,400. So we gotta keep those numbers in mind. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. So I could have done that with only taking 1 luck penalty. But I didn't think ahead enough. But yeah, now the trick with this one is once you get this loop free, you can kind of work things around pretty easily. The rest of this, I mean, knock on wood, should be pretty straightforward, no surprises, I hope. Something you're noticing is I keep poking my head down here before I push the boulder in, and I'm just making sure that no monsters spawn in that corridor, because it's really annoying when a monster gets stuck behind the boulder. Because you have to kill it with range attacks. Breaking a boulder and using rocks is actually a pretty good way to deal with that. So don't do it on the level you're on because you'll take that luck hit. But we already had to take that anyways. Or you can just go downstairs and do it. Once you solve Sokoban, which means you filled in all the pits, then your luck is, or not your luck, then you don't get penalties for breaking boulders and stuff. You're free to go and do that all you want. And where's this centipede at? Okay. We'll deal with him once we get there. I'll wait till we fill in 2 more holes. I don't want to get next to him because I'm pretty sure they have a poison attack. But then I think they might grant poison resistance too, so I want to eat that corpse. So I'll probably just kill it with rocks like we were talking about once we get closer to it. But yeah, let's wrap up this floor and do that next session. And thanks for watching. This was a nice little productive game here. A nice casual one on our after we return from break. So we're back on our normal schedule now. So then this should upload on Monday, and then we'll continue it on Wednesday, and then Friday, and go on from there. So thanks again for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.